morning. I just wanted to say hi and that it's a Sunday. And Sundays are great because usually Sundays are for rest. But for me today, a Sunday is working my 2 jobs, cleaning my room when I get home, and then waking up, either staying up late or waking up really early to study because my trials start tomorrow. My HSC trials start. And although I might not need my HSC to do what I want to do, I don't want to let my peers down and bring the grade down. So I want to lift it up. And you know what? Doing it is better than not trying. And I can do it without stressing is another factor that I would like to put into consideration. Also, my eyes, I realize, are very dark for work. I just woke up and had an urge and just did. So I just did. And it is what it is. Yeah, I had Chicago the musical last night, and it was spectacular. It's very good. It's very good. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go do my job. This is trials, HSC trials with Jenna. It's gonna be interesting. It's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. Yes, it is going to be fun. We are going to have fun. We are going to have fun. I also stayed up late. My sleep's, it's actually pretty bad. I probably shouldn't have done it so close to trials. But also, you only live once. And I've never stayed up to watch the opening ceremony for the Olympic Games. And I did. And the Paris one, it was amazing. It was absolutely spectacular. Anyway, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go do my job. And I'm going to have fun. And I'm going to be with the people that I like at my job. So. Yo. So we're same day, as you can tell by the makeup. I dropped my shift at KFC and asked if they could take it because I want to prioritize my HSE and my sleep, because from what I said earlier, the sleep is needed and I haven't been getting it. Let me just work out this for a second. Yeah, so I need the sleep and I haven't been getting the sleep. So therefore I'm making room for the sleep because I know that I need it and I know that I won't perform well without it. So that's a thing. We're getting the sleep that we need tonight, which is really good, and I'm really happy. It looks really dark from where that is. What if that looks a bit better? Because if I put it, we'll just face this way. I don't know. So I dropped my shift at KFC while I was at my other job because I was like, you know what, this is a responsible adult decision to make, one that's good for me, one that will help me in the long run, so I'm gonna do that. And I came home and I read for a bit because I just needed to, I was like really tired, and I was like, you know what, if I don't take some downtime and if it's not, like if it's anything but reading, I will fall asleep. So if I like sit down to watch a show, I will fall asleep. So I don't know what that was. So I read and it was really lovely and I enjoyed it. And then Mum came in and she was like, hey, do you maybe want to go for a Starbucks date and you can study while you're there? I was like, perfect. So we went to Starbucks and I got that and I studied and I got some quotes down and I actually did more than I thought I would. So that was really good. And I looked at past papers. I did a practice thesis statement. Because one thing is I'm very, very lucky with, I love birds. I don't when they go up close and they scare me, but I love birds. I like animals, I like creatures, I like nature, I like everything. Anyway, I forget what I was going to say. I was talking about practice papers. Oh, right. I was going to say, maybe I'm grateful for my genetics. But I don't know if it's genetics or if it's me, but I think it's genetics. I'm gonna say thank you for it, because I cram before the exam. Like I cram in my study because otherwise I don't remember it. Because it just, and if I remember it, it's not accurate. So I did my studies. I usually do it the day before. So I'm doing, and this probably scares people, but I always do literally the day before or the night before. And I do my studies or the morning of, and I cram it all in, and it works, and I do really well, which I'm very lucky for. Because as well, like from all the class stuff and from asking questions and talk, I get a lot from talking and writing about the talking, not reading, like not comprehension. I don't understand from that. Hi Luna. But yeah, so I have a lot of understanding from that, even though I might act like I don't, because I don't do it the way most people do. I actually am more intelligent, I feel, than I let on, and I have a deeper understanding of it. It just doesn't come out in the format that the HSC wants it to come out of, because I'm like, I know I understand this, I'm just not using the language that they want me to, or I'm not using the structure that they want me to, because I don't work like that. If you work like that, oh, good for you, but I don't naturally work like that, and I don't have the effort or the drive in me to want to change that about me for the HSC and then never use it again. Like, that's where I'm at. So I can pull it together in 24 hours of the exam, and I'm very grateful for that, because I personally, and this is not like against anyone that studies and works so hard, because I really respect that, because it means you're dedicated and you're so like freaking, I don't know how to explain this, my nose is running. The dedication and the like skill to be able to focus for that long and put in that much effort is like commendable. Like I wish I could do that, and look, I can if it's something that I'm passionate about. If I'm not passionate about it, I can't do it. And I think that's where my difference is. I can't force myself to do things that I like really down to it but don't care about. But like, if I gotta find, that's why I've got to find my way to care about it enough to study for it. To like, my main drive for HSE at the moment is I'm not letting my class grade drop, is my thing. And it's my standard of learning as well. And I know that I can do it within 24 hours. I know that's how I work. So rather than not studying whatsoever, I'm studying little bit by little bit, making myself aware of what I need, bringing that to the table, and doing my best from there. And that's where I'm at. And I'm very, very grateful for my way of working, because I don't like wasting my time. Like, the thing that gets me is that half the stuff I'm learning, I'm not going to remember in 30 years. And I'm not going to put so much pressure and time and effort into myself, something that I'm not going to be using ever again. Like from this point, from HSE, I'm never going to use. Like English essay writing, I'm most likely never going to write an essay again. And if I do, it's going to be me styled. And I'm going to have an editor and a publisher. Right? Makes sense? Yeah, makes sense? Yeah, I prefer to spend my time on things that are valuable to me and things that I can learn from. These things I learn from in a different way. It's just not useful to anything that I want to do in my life at this point. But surprisingly, and this is really interesting, surprisingly, the NIDA audition that I need to do, they recommend that you read the whole play, Right, and so there's some texts on there from the monologue list that are plays that I've had to read in English Advanced because they're Shakespeare, which is really great because I have read the whole play, I understand the context, and I understand the analysis, and now my understanding of it has grown because of that class. But without that class, I would be oblivious and be scared of Shakespeare. A lot more scared than I am, because I'm still scared of Shakespeare because it's such a big thing, and I'm just like, I can never see myself being a Shakespearean person and being like, oh, Shakespeare, William Shakespeare's like I've never seen myself as that person, and I'm not that person. But like being an actor that does Shakespeare, like, it's weird. I don't know how to feel about it, but anyway. But like little uses like that make a big difference as well. So I'm quite happy because I'm gonna do Merchant of Venice for a monologue because I saw a woman do Shylock's character, and it was very powerful, and she was a very good actor. I'm like, I can't explain to you how cold it is outside right now. It's like biting. It's like the icy frost bite. Like it's like singes your skin as the wind blows past and makes your nose run uncontrollably. But anyway, just wanted to share my 2 cents on that. If you are cramming in work and stuff and blah 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 in amongst HSC and school and putting too much pressure on yourself and making yourself go crazy with stress, I'm giving you permission to stop. Like, stop. Because this is much better. Like, I can already feel my neck and shoulders tensing up, which happens when I'm stressed, and I start to break out. And as well, another factor to take in, my period is like nearly a week late, and my body just is like, what the hell? I had a really bad breakout earlier, and like a week or two ago, and it was like my face was just red, and it's still healing, and it just happens around my period, but my period hasn't come yet. And I'm like, what the heck? Where are you? So there's that as well. There's that factor. And my body's like got so many things going on because we're transitioning from girl to woman to adult in amongst stress and so many hormones and emotions going on all at once. It's crazy. So I give you permission to stop for a second and take time for yourself, like I am. It's really delicious and I'm very grateful for, to let my shoulders relax and remind myself that, hey, it's okay and I don't need to stress, because at the end of the day, I know, this is my thing, I know that I know the content, and I know that exam conditions do not capture your best because they're time restricted, and they're everyone around you stressing, and you sometimes, well, I sometimes take on board that stress of other people and get swept up in the mob mentality. What you doing? What? Hi. Oh, phone storage running.